Can I help you? Oh, you made it. We weren't sure you'd get through with all the trouble going on. Dr. Bridge, our new resident, is here.
Welcome to the war zone, Doctor. I know this is not the type of work you're used to, but you'll get the hang of it. Unfortunately, there's no real time to show you around. Pending cases are on the board. When we feel the time is right, you'll be evaluated by our chief of staff. Whether you stay or go depends on how well you perform. Mrs. Jimenez, keep applying the pressure. We'll be with you as soon as possible, okay? Okay.
Dr. Bridge, there was a bus burning on Vermont. 10 people are on their way.
The hits just keep on coming.
They need you in room 3. The Bradford boy's crashing.
Okay. I gotta run. Nurse Silva, get you started.
Doctor, doesn't look like it's going to let up. Patients that need treatment are listed on the board, and there's a computer here for research. This board's not going to clear anytime soon, so when you're finished with the case, come back and grab another. Any questions? Good.
Heart murmur? I don't understand how that could be. He's never had anything like that. Look at his hands. The bottoms of his feet are the same way. He's burning up. I'm worried. Doctor, my son wanted to thank you for your kindness. He made this for you. I don't know what to say to you. I came to you and I trusted you with my child's life. It is not getting better. Now they're telling me that he should have had a series of heart tests, tests that you never recommended. I don't know how you can honestly call yourself a doctor.
We found her lying next to her bed. She's got a bruise on her leg and bruises all over her arm, too. Yeah, well, these old-timers tend to bruise easily. Mary? Mary, how'd you get these bruises on your arm?
Oh, forget them sometimes. When I hurt my finger, the teacher said, you ever get that straightened out, you can't take any more.
Nice work. The nursing home's been charged with abuse. You should be proud of yourself, Doctor. With all due respect, you blew this one. The nursing home's beating her. Miss Friendly should have been evaluated by psych, and there should have been a protective service consultation. Instead, you're sending her right back into an abusive situation. Oh, but why worry about that, right, Doctor? It's just part of a day's work. You're doing well, Doctor. Legacy Memorial can get ugly at times.
Hey, Doc, you need it in room 1.
Because of all the riots, this little guy and his mom were stuck in traffic for 3 hours. Mother's being treated in room 2 for nausea. What the hell's going on out there in that city?
CT scan showed no swelling on the brain. Boy's going to be fine, Doctor. Nice work. He had 100% oxygen saturation. Any doctor worth anything knows you run a CT scan to check for swelling of the brain. You better get your head straight if you want to stay here.
This is our new doctor. Hello. This is Kelly. Her grandfather just got sent here from Oaktown Nursing Home. She said Mr. Fletcher has been feeling sickly for a long time now.
I used to be able to talk to him. He wouldn't say much, but he loved me being there with him. And then things went downhill. He had heart problems and a stroke. And he suffered so much. I'm sorry. He hasn't eaten in days, and his breathing has gotten worse and worse. And we were just here a few weeks ago with pneumonia. He went peacefully. I'm glad. I'm glad all the pain's gone. Thank you for honoring his wishes. You distinctly ignored his wishes and resuscitated him. Who do you think you are, God? That you have the right to choose who lives or dies? I think it's shameful what you've done. Just shameful.
Let me go! Fred, you gotta stop until we check you out, all right? I don't want to be checked out! Just take your hands off me! He lost control of his motorcycle. crashed into a parked car.
You crazy? I didn't lose control of my bike. I put off the damn road.
He's obviously intoxicated.
I had one drink, and I'm ready to go riding right now.
You're not riding anywhere right now.
Ah!
Take it easy.
Man, I wanted to thank you. I act like a total fool, and, well, hell, I don't have much, but if you ever need a bike, I can hook you up.
Can you explain why you would release a man with a cervical fracture? Hmm? They found Mr. Smith collapsed outside the hospital. He's paralyzed, Doctor. Go home. I think you've done enough healing for one day.
I'm never gonna walk again. Look what you've done to me.
She's been having horrible cramps. She's been dizzy. What else?
I've been bleeding a lot.
Yeah, I'm worried. She's been spending all her time with this boy who I just don't like. We don't talk anymore. She could be pregnant for all I know.
I'm on the pill. I'm not pregnant.
But you don't take them like you should.
Yes, I do.
You do? You never miss one?
I've missed a couple of times.
See? Tell the doctor when your last period was.
I don't know, Mother. I am not manic like you. I don't wonder every day about whether or not I've had a period.
Was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 4 weeks? Was it 2 months?
It was like 3 months ago. I am not pregnant. I have had heavy flowing in the past.
But that was before you were on the pill, and you told me you've been bleeding when you weren't supposed to.
That is because I missed a couple of pills. Isn't that normal?
She's been in poor health since she met this guy. She's been coughing for weeks. I told her to quit smoking,
You
too.
also told me that if I smoked while I was on the pill, I would get blood clots.
You might. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just scared of what we might find. They told me your quick diagnosis saved my daughter's life. I don't know what to say. She means everything to me. Thank you. I don't understand how this could happen. We were all talking. How could you let her go into shock? How could you be so incompetent?
I think this was the first time I was off my feet all day.
Hey, doctor, we have an unconscious little boy fell out of his crib and hit his head. Rapped to the mother a little bit. Said she wasn't there when it happens. Find out her drunk boyfriend was watching the kids. Hey, the police just picked up the boyfriend, and the little boy's doing fine. He's in pediatrics. Good job, Doc.
Anything that seems suspect needs to be looked into. It's your job to report anything that looks like child abuse. I'm disappointed in the way you handle this case.
She just started seizing. Cup her head.
She has a heart condition, but she's never done this.
What kind of condition?
I don't know. Her heart doesn't beat right. That's all I know.
She on any blood thinners?
Coumadin.
What about diabetes?
No, nothing like that. I brought her in because of headache. She fell the other day and hit her head.
Was she knocked unconscious?
No, that's why we didn't worry. Is she gonna be okay?
She gave us quite a scare, but thanks to you, she's going to be fine. I don't know what the hell to say. They told me she should have been sent to the OR, but instead she's dead. She's dead because of you, Doctor.
Look, no more shaking. I'm really grateful, Doc. Thanks. Really grateful.
Doctor, I wasn't going to say anything, but that was a big miss. All he needed was some medication, and he wouldn't be having seizures right now. You better hope he makes it.
Something's wrong. I came in yesterday and got liposuction. I know people think it's odd, especially since I'm a guy, but I've always had this self-image problem. My father wasn't the most understanding of men. This morning there was a smell by the incision. Around noon I started feeling strange, and then I just passed out. Maybe someone's trying to tell me something.
Your liposuction patient is doing well. Smart move getting a hold of infectious disease. Keep up the good work. You sent your lipo patient home. He should have gone straight to ICU, and you should have consulted with plastic surgery and infectious disease. My patience is running thin, Doctor. Any more decisions like that, and you'll need to find yourself a new hospital.
I gotta get a cake, you know, because it's just always there.
She's been saying stuff like this for hours.
Hey, Doc, thanks a lot for helping out my lady. You know, I was just worried about her, you know what I mean? We're even thinking about putting the X down, you know, maybe even stopping altogether. Thanks a lot.
Dude, what the hell are you trying to do? My girl just had a seizure and you haven't done a damn thing. She's worse off now than when she came in here.
Doctor, I just talked to Sandy in psych and she wanted me to thank you for her. She said you're the first person who's cared in a long time. I think that's great. They just found Sandy McKee's body in her apartment. She killed herself. I don't know what you were thinking. Your treatment made no sense.
And I couldn't get through because of all the burning around 4th and Piedmont. There are fires and people are screaming. Just crazy stuff. And while I'm freaking out, I feel this bump on my back. And I see this guy walking away. I didn't think anything of it. And then suddenly I got this killer pain through my shoulder. I'm having trouble breathing. Something isn't right.
Hey, Doc. Nice call on that stabbing. Chest tube really helped out his breathing.
You can't assume you handle all cases. You should have inserted a chest tube and admitted him to thoracic surgery. This is a serious mistake. We got a very upset family outside. It won't bode well with our chief of staff.
Skin's diaphoretic. BP 60 by pound.
I found the sign next to him. There's no label or nothing.
He was out when we got to him.
There's always something with him. Just don't know if I can take it. Thank you. They said that he would have died if you hadn't responded so quickly. Thanks. There was no reason that Timothy had to die. We came to you for help.
He's been in and out of here for the last year, and nobody can tell us what's wrong.
He's seen pediatricians, gastroenterologists, surgeons.
I can't believe that my ex-husband would hurt my child. I have never even heard of Munchausen by proxy. Thank you so much. I just don't understand why you can't figure this out. You have tests, past history, everything. My child is going through hell because of the ignorance of you doctors.
I'm not her mother. I'm Stacy's headmistress at Emerton boarding school. The kids found her, unconscious in her room, blood everywhere. I brought her myself. Maybe that was dumb. I didn't think to call 911. Diet pills. The girls take them to stay thin. Stacy had an empty bottle on her counter. She has an eating disorder. Please, please help her.
I just started at this new school, and everything seems so easy for the other girls. I just can't. Something is wrong inside of my head, and I think different. I hate it. I want to be normal. Mrs. Connolly says that you're keeping me in the hospital. They're going to make me eat, aren't they? I don't want to. I feel so fat already. God, I just want to die. I am totally stupid. I mean, it was an accident, all of those pills. don't even remember the worst parts. I know I have to gain weight. I'm just so stressed with school and everything. But I'll get it together. I promise. Really.
This can't be happening. What do I tell the girls? What do I tell their parents? With a school full of teenagers, one can't be expected to keep track of everything they're into. It's not our fault. So those parents are hers. They never came to visit. Too busy traveling the world. Sure, they sent money, gifts. Stacy gave them away and opened. I'm afraid we all failed her, Doctor. All of us.
Well, life isn't always easy. We certainly understand that in here. But you're a doctor. You need to look past your own insecurities and difficulties, because these people are here because they trust you. They trust you with their care. Now, I look at this and I see over the first year you've made some questionable decisions regarding people's health. It's jeopardized a couple of patients. That cannot and will not be tolerated. I hope you understand that. You are hereby placed on disciplinary probation. You'll be watched very closely by Dr. Bridge. He's going to report directly to me, and I'm going to be watching you too. I hope you understand that. Let me get right to the point. I'm not happy. And you are in hot water. How you handle yourself from this moment on is going to determine whether or not you stay with us. Now, listen to what Dr. Bridge says in your evaluation. Treatment of some patients has been coarse, dispassionate. You've recommended inappropriate procedures, misdiagnosis. There is a level of excellence at this hospital that you have to reach and stay at. Now, you are already on probation. From now on, you're under a magnifying glass. This is a defining moment for you, Doctor. This is strike 2. What happens next is up to you. Have you taken a look at these? These are the worst records I've ever seen. Misdiagnosed cases, lack of compassion, arrogance. You're going to be under investigation. I hope you realize that. And I am personally going to see that your license is revoked. I think you're rash. I think you're a menace. And you're certainly incompetent. You're supposed to heal people here, not destroy them. Now, I suggest you gather your things and you get the hell out of here before I kick your arrogant butt all across these hospital grounds. You know, I was just thinking, it's funny, there's not a day goes by that we're not evaluated in one way or another. It's been like that since we were kids. You take those building blocks and build a little wall, and each time you do it, it gets a little better, a little stronger. Being a doctor is just like that, and building that character. That's so important. Now, I look at this chart, and I see you've made some mistakes, but you're still doing a good job. Nevertheless, now, I expect you to look at this evaluation closely. Make some changes and make that wall a little higher next time, all right? By the next evaluation, I want to see those scores go up. Thanks. You know, evaluations are not the most enjoyable part of my job. With everything that's been going on here for the past 3 months, all these riots and whatnot, this hospital has been under constant scrutiny. And a lot of our doctors, I'm sorry to say, have crumbled under the pressure. And they're no longer with us, either by their own choice or with a little nudge from us. Now, coming from a very sheltered environment as you have, you could easily have been one of those doctors, but you weren't. You worked hard, you cared for your patients, and you kept your composure under very trying circumstances. So you're doing wonderful work, Doctor. I want you to keep it up. Thanks. Okay. Boy, 2 years already, huh? It's true what they say, time flies. All right. I could go through each of these sections with you, but more importantly to me, I look for three things in a great doctor. I call them the 3 C's. First is character. How do you deal with adverse situations and rise above them? The second is competence. Do you use your skill and your talent to the best of your ability? 3, compassion. I think that's the most important. Do you treat your patients with the dignity and respect they deserve? When I look at this, doctor, I see that you do all of these things. You are caring, you work very hard, and I've never once even heard you complain, even when this hospital's been bursting to the seams. This hospital's lucky to have you. You're setting a wonderful example for our whole staff, and I want you to keep up the good work. Well, here we are. 3-year evaluation. It's pretty rare for me to see comments like these. Better and better and better. You're much more professional, and you are infinitely more compassionate with your patients. Started out very well, and you've just gone through the roof here. So I would like to formally offer you a permanent position here, and we all hope very much that you would consider being a part of our Legacy Memorial family and stay for a very long time.